loading snacks.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Loading Snacks Anime Chat Podcast, episode 46, if I'm correct. How are y'all doing today?
Woo! I'm doing good.
Good.
Kitty cat.
Oh, his kitty cat. I'm about to say.
I mean, my kitty cat's over there. Your kitty cat's behind the door.
Yeah.
Those kitty cats right there.
Yeah.
Kitty cat.
That's my sidekick.
In the usual,
Yes.
Places.
They're all in their positions.
Yes. All right, but before we get started, let me get a couple announcements out the way. First off, just a reminder, Loading Snacks Weekly. We do that show every Tuesday at 8:30 live with the Loading Snacks crew, talking about what's going on in pop culture. Every other Saturday, so this Saturday, there'll be a new episode of the Finisher Wrestling Podcast coming out. So look forward to that. That should be, I'm guessing, around 9, 10-ish in the morning. Sometime that episode should be released. And you get this show every Thursday at 10 a.m. Spotify, YouTube, every places. Yeah, those places pretty much to go watch it and listen to it. And let us know what you think. Please leave comments and all those type of things. And one other thing I do want to announce before we get started, we have our own Instagram page.
Yay!
Yes, Loading Snacks Anime Chat Podcast, all one word, lowercase, Instagram page, and we'll start to roll out a lot of stuff more over there. There's a couple things up for right now, but as this week goes, we'll be flooding it with a lot more stuff. So look forward to that.
Starting this week.
I already threw up something fresh today for y'all to go check out, but most of our clips will be going here, and we'll grow and add stuff as we go in the future.
Before I got on.
Yeah. So y'all have that to look forward to, and please make sure you go over there, click the button, follow us, and see what we have to come up with for you guys. Now, who is our plushie of the week, Gabby, before we get started?
I got Floppy back.
A what bag?
Floppy.
A floppy. Does
Definitely Floppy.
Does Floppy have a name?
You named him Floppy.
Okay. Don't remember that one, but there's been so many of them. But we have to start keeping note of these. That's Floppy. Okay.
It's Floppy. You named him because I talked about how his limbs were floppy.
That makes sense.
You were like, he's Floppy now. I'm like,
just Floppy, yeah.
Okay, that's his name now.
Okay. Now, I know when we get to the open kind of forum portion of the show, me and Noah will both likely be talking about our weekend because we were at Otakon that weekend, so we'll save that till then. But while you were away, how was your weekend, Gabby?
It was really good. Had a friend's birthday on Saturday, and then Sunday, just hung out with the family and the grandparents. We took them on a little wine tour thing, so that was a nice fun time. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Cool.
Very good. But I am exhausted, and like I said, I came home from work and took an hour and a half nap.
Nice.
I wish I would have took a nap today, but didn't have time.
Yeah.
No work to do. So.
And I don't take naps, so that was unusual for me.
All right, so like I said, we'll get into everything Otakon at the end. We'll get to the end of the portion of the show, but let's get to it. So Noah,
I still played Battlefield this weekend because it dropped. So,
well,
you had the drop.
Yeah, you had the beta. So
Battlefield 6 was, oh my goodness.
I didn't watch any wrestling or nothing for like the past week. I got home this weekend, maybe watched an episode or two of some anime with you, and was done. So I had to get on the grind. So
Battlefield is officially back. It was so fun. Movement, guns, destruction is back.
Well, that's good to hear.
Nice.
That's good to hear.
2042 was like their only bad game. So
okay, that's good to hear. They got knowing you because I know you play a lot of Battlefield, so that has me a little bit more.
That's my shooter.
Okay,
that's my number one shooter. Yep.
Okay. I can't wait to start seeing the clips come out of that of you. I know you're gonna have them. All right. What do we need to know about this week, Noah?
Okay, anime news first is actually there was some solo leveling news.
I was just about to ask this.
However,
asking you shall receive.
I couldn't find the link for the news I saw, but I saw just a situation where solo leveling was either funding or hosting, or it was a solo leveling event where people were running for charity for kids for water in Africa. So
okay.
Oh.
That's something that is or is not going on, unconfirmable.
Okay.
But on to the first thing is Gundam is now the most sold IP of this year. I think overall, or maybe it's just this year. I think it's of this year. According to Bandai, outselling One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto.
Okay.
And
No,
Gundam is now the top sold IP from Bandai Namco, which is the leading toy creator in the world or merchandise period
I'm surprised that hasn't happened
creator
sooner.
for anime.
I'm surprised that
I
hasn't
mean,
happened
Gundam
sooner.
doesn't really have like a lot of stuff promoting it. It's really living off the strength of its toy market is one of the biggest in the world forever. And that's what it's living off. You still got a lot of super fans that are really investing deeply as to where, like, for example, years ago, Bandai released their stuff and Naruto was ahead of One Piece. Now Naruto's like 6 million and One Piece is like 38 million. But if you look at what Toei is doing, it makes sense. They've been dropping every type of promotion you can imagine and product you can imagine for One Piece over the last year. So now
Yeah, they have.
basketballs,
Their marketing is going up.
Legos, yeah, clothes, yeah.
They've been doing
So it's
promotions
like,
with all the sports teams,
Yep.
like everything. It's been crazy.
Yep.
It's been a One Piece for the past 2 years.
And I think the one thing
all
that's
the
helped
time.
Gundam with the model kits and stuff like that, those toys and build, is the pandemic. You know, just,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
think
would
that
say
definitely
that's
helped. Yeah.
probably a big
that's what
push.
helped One Piece too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Both
People
of
had
those
time to
things.
binge because they're home.
To binge.
Oh yeah, that's what
and
we call the
build
great
Gundam.
shift. The great shift happened 2019
Oh my
when
God,
everybody
we have
was stuck
our own
inside.
pirate era.
Yeah.
Literally. So that was interesting to see. And I think, do I still have it here? I think I do. The information about, yeah. So let's see. The overall sales are for Mobile Suit Gundam 65.4 billion yen.
Ooh.
So there must have been something huge that dropped for them because the next is One Piece at 32.8 billion yen. So they're doubling anything in next place. Dragon Ball Z at 26.5 billion yen and Naruto at 6.8 billion yen.
Okay.
And those are their Bandai's top 4 selling merchandise. Say again.
I was just wondering what did happen in Gundam recently.
There are probably
in the back of my
some
mind, I was trying to think of
large
it, but
merchandise thing that's dropped. But you couldn't know everything because that's why they released, we talked about last week, they're releasing a website. I mean, on their website, they're updating their news page. So you can go out and
you know what,
catch up
Gabby?
on all the stuff.
Send a message to Jokes in the chat and see what he says. See if he answers back while we're sitting here.
For the Gundam thing?
You can figure it out.
Because he's our
Gundam Wing 30th anniversary.
That's there's 30th anniversary, but like to get you 30 million yen.
Yes.
It's probably an accumulation of the it being the anniversary. They're pushing out a whole bunch of products because in Japan they could drop 10 figures that sell out instantly and we've never heard of them or even saw they drop. You know what I mean? Because Japan has a huge figure situation. So they could literally be dropping sellout figures that we don't even have over here that we don't even know about. And as well as over here, they're selling their products, their Western version of their products over here. So
yeah, different colorways or something like that. You get the blue and red one over here. Over there, you get the red and black one or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So with it being the 30th anniversary, it's probably been a lot more merchandise pushed.
True. Very true.
The question has been asked.
Okay.
And he has seen.
Okay.
And then those are the other 4 titles that they have listed. They have other titles listed, but they don't have them lined up. Let me see if I can see. Full year plan, first half, first quarter results. So yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam is 1, Dragon Ball Z is 2, or One Piece is 2, Dragon Ball Z is 3, Naruto is 4, number 5 is Kamen Rider, and then number 6 is Anpan Man, number 7 is Pretty Cure, and number 8 is Ultraman.
Pretty Cure does not surprise me. That's up there. They've got so many spin-offs of that one.
Okay.
And it's just
so that's
the
their
classic magical girl thing.
Oh.
Yeah. That's their first or I guess like top 8 for the first fiscal quarter of the fiscal year.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah. Next is some news that was going to be disappointing and I actually forgot to report about it. That was going to be real disappointing, but we got a little sunlight peeking over the clouds.
Whoa, okay.
So Studio White Fox, which is one of my favorite studios, which is in charge of ReZero, Steins Gate, Kame got killed, many others.
Mhm.
They recently got a fully acquired, all assets bought by Studio Alpha Polis. This studio does, what does Alpha Polis do? Like really sloppy stuff. Do I have? Let me look it up.
And Gabby,
They
he
do
was so pissed off about this when we jumped in to
Yeah.
watch some anime together. He had to get right into it before we started anything. Like, let me tell you about White Fox and what's going on. I was like, okay,
Yeah, bro.
Just have a little moment about that.
Bro.
Yeah.
Alpha Polis.
So they make Gate. They make what's that anime? The orc one where he was having sex with all his harem this year.
It came out like 2 seasons ago. Oh, what was it?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 seasons ago.
Yeah.
And they make Moonlit Fantasy is probably their best one.
I was gonna say that one's pretty good.
But the thing is
Lord keeps telling us to watch that one.
yeah, Moonlit Fantasy is great. It's on one of my top isekai.
Oh, they made possibly the greatest alchemist.
Yeah, they make a bunch of bullshit. So
hey,
they make,
I like that one. That was one of my favorites.
I'm happy you like it. It can't.
She was so happy when she said that. Here you go again.
So
okay, that's fine, but it was one
issue.
of the good ones in its season. That's for sure.
Animation wise, it was like a C-.
No, it wasn't.
I haven't seen it.
But that's not the point. The
point
point isn't what they make. The point is the fact. Well, it is that what they make. The fact is
I was
they
gonna
don't make
say
high
I was
quality stuff. Yes. So they don't make high quality stuff except for like nothing. They don't really have anything that would be considered like wow. Like the story might be great, but they don't have anything that's like you're watching and you're like, this is amazing. As
Yeah, looking through their catalog, it's really not that impressive.
Yeah. As to where ReZero is one of the
top of the food chain ones.
Yeah.
Top of the
overall. Yeah.
So
definitely
wait,
as far as an
they got acquired by this one?
So they got acquired by this company.
How the heck did this one have enough money to buy it?
I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know. Some industry stuff. I mean, ReZero is a popular title, but White Fox only has a few titles, and their CEO is a really big anime fan, so it's possible he's just a rich dude who owns a anime studio. But that being said, a lot of ReZero fans were really upset, reasonably so, because we saw that list and we're like, dog, there's no way this no-name web novel studio is gonna start to adapt ReZero. And so, assumingly so, the CEO who was in charge of it, the reason that ReZero season 4 got split up or season 3 got split up is because he wanted to finish another title that he really likes that White Fox is also making. So he's just a big anime fan. So seeing as it was going to get taken over by Alpha Polis, we were all just hoping and praying that they wouldn't get full control over it and then make a bunch of stills and BS when Reinhardt's coming in jumping off the moon. So it's like recently the CEO announced that he plans to stay with ReZero until the very end. So that being said, I don't know how much power he'll have, but that's at least
that's still good to hear from him. Yeah, say like
knowing that he's such an anime fan and seeing that's at least a little sunshine peeking through the clouds.
Yeah,
and as long as they use the same staff, nothing should change. But the problem will they change staff? And it's a whole new studio, so it's just up in the air. Who knows? And when you've got a series this good, it's like if Vinland Saga 3rd season got a whole new studio, we'd be like, bro, it's perfect. Just drop it. We don't
everybody
need
in
anything.
there is working on
no changes. There's nothing that you could do that would make it. I don't care. You don't even have to give it better animation. It's perfect the way it is. Just leave it. So that's what we're hoping happens. And
leave everybody in their place. The assistants, the janitor, leave everybody who's been working on it there all night. Leave them all in place. Let them finish this out. Don't mess up.
Especially the director.
Yeah.
So ReZero fans will stay hopeful. NBA star and NBA champion Nikola Jokic. I don't know if you guys know about him.
I know of him.
He's an NBA champion who plays for the Denver Nuggets, and he's
Nuggets.
They won a championship like 2 years ago, and he's 3 years ago, and he's known for having a really nonchalant attitude about basketball, but playing on the level of damn near Wilt Chamberlain or Oscar Robertson or some of the greatest tall big men in the league. So that's a little lore about him. And he shows almost like when he won a championship, there's this famous clip where it shows and people are like, dude doesn't even care about basketball. He's just clocking in. And he has the championship. And it's like, how does it feel? And, you've seen the famous like Kevin Garnett when he's like, anything's possible and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He literally had the trophy and he was like, feels good. The job's done. We can go home. And everybody was like, no, you just won the NBA championship. It feels good.
And I'm ready to go home.
But in Serbia,
Mm-hmm.
he has some horses that race, and he's literally recently been seen crying about his horse win a championship with expressive emotion, hugging the jockey, all types of stuff. So
he needed that money.
People are all like, this is his real passion. Basketball is just a hobby. That's kind of how people talk about it. But the news about him is that we found out that he loves Uma Musume, the phone game.
I knew that. I had a feeling. Well, I didn't know. All right, the game. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say the anime.
Of course he does. I don't know if he wants the anime, but there was a picture of him holding up his phone and showing the camera, and he was playing Uma Musume.
So horse racing, that's his real passion. Okay.
Yeah.
Horse
So
racing.
it's just it makes so much sense because
I've had a couple
he shows
mentions
so much
about that
passion
anime
for
over the
horse
weekend.
racing.
Had a couple mentions about that anime.
Really?
Yeah, over the weekend, yeah.
Well, it's viral right now because of the game. It goes semi-viral all the time in the anime field. But next is super great news. Made in Abyss is making a return with a movie series.
Oh, wait, movie series.
Yes,
Called
movie series.
Awakening Mystery, and they gave us a key visual. Hold on, is my phone updated?
Yay.
I'll send you the visual, Gabby.
Also, can I just say, why is there a basketball team named the Nuggets? Nuggets.
Girl, what?
Why is it named the Nuggets?
I caught it earlier. I caught it earlier when she did it. I was like, oh, she was being funny. Okay. So if you're not being funny, Gabby.
No, I'm just making fun of it.
Where is it? Where is it?
No, I'm just playing.
Thought so.
That would be funny though.
Oh yes, it would be.
If they had more funny names than
okay, I sent y'all the.
You gonna name them all?
Key visual.
Yes, their name is now the Nuggets.
You should get Pokemon.
And it looks like Made in Abyss.
There's another young kid with titties out.
Well, we don't
it
know
looks like it looks like trauma.
She's running a bar, so hopefully she's a grown adult. But
hey, look, we have all been watching Made in Abyss, so there's a child.
You don't know that. And don't be throwing those allegations on my series like that.
I don't need to throw the allegations. They're already
the series does it to itself.
Let them be then. But that does definitely, we do not know if that's a child. She is standing as a bartender. So chances are, actually, she might be grown.
And chances she might be a creature.
But I really don't even want to talk about this anymore. But hopefully, that comes out soon. I'm wondering because from my understanding, the manga isn't too far past season 2. So I'm wondering if the writer talked to the producers of the series and told them that he plans to end it pretty soon. And so they decided they're going to do a movie series while he continues to end it. It's Hinema Citrus who does Shield Hero as well. So I'm really looking forward to it because with a movie, that means one of my GOAT composers, Kevin Pankin, can really put his foot in this thing. And we know Made in Abyss music don't play. So
oh yeah.
I'm really excited for that. I don't know if they plan on any, but I heard it was a movie series, so maybe that'll be 3, maybe it'll be 2.
That's what I'm thinking, 3.
So we will see. I just think it all depends on what content they have because they don't have, from my understanding, there's not that much more content past season 2. So that's what makes me wonder and see if the writer was like, hey, I plan on ending this, or they were talking to him like, yo, people want more Made in Abyss. This genre is mad popular. And he's like, all right, well, I plan on ending it in 20 chapters. And then they're like, okay, so why don't we do this? We'll make 3 movies. You know what I mean? That makes me feel like that's kind of what happened, but I don't.
It would make sense. They probably want to capitalize on the movie crave too that's happening right now, literally everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while for these movies to come out. So, you know, that gives them time to write and.
Yeah, I mean, Kinema Citrus luckily doesn't work on a lot of anime at once, so hopefully they can punch this out pretty quickly. when they announced Made in Abyss season 2, it came pretty quickly. So maybe they've been working on it this whole time. And
I
a lot of times,
want to love to go see this in the theater. I hope it gets theatrical release. I would love to go see it.
same.
Yeah.
I may not get IMAX, but I want theater speakers for that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
A lot of times what happens is halfway through a season or when, because anime studios will work on anime as they drop them. So a lot of times when they're close to finish dropping them, or they may have still been working on the latter half of the series and they've finished it, so they can now just drop things and relax, then they'll announce their next title. And a great example of that is Madhouse. They've been doing that consistently. It's like as soon as their season is like episode 8, we just got an announcement for Free Run season 2 when I forget what that one on Amazon Prime was for them, but it was like episode 10. And then right after the Overlord movie, it was either the Overlord movie or something, and then it was like Free Run directly after. So it's like that happens a lot sometimes. So that may be what's going on now. Hopefully. So next we have One Punch Man coming to Fortnite in 2 weeks.
Okay, I need to see what his little super thing is. Like, you just gonna punch and blow up the moon or something? Like, I just want to see.
What would make me buy these skins is if they did them all like Goku or All Might, because they dropped Naruto. It wasn't no Rasengan. They dropped who else? Cowboy Bebop. I couldn't do nothing with Spike. They dropped I forget who else they dropped. Kaiju number 8. I should have definitely had a big old punch.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
A city level punch.
Yeah.
So if they give me an ability with One Punch Man, but unfortunately they dropped 3 or 4 punch characters now. So it's like,
that's getting kind of old.
Change of All Might's ability.
Too many punches.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Spectacular.
Next we have some Naruto news. Netflix dropped their information on their most watched anime. Seems like they want to promote the fact that they have anime. And they said, while we can certainly, they said, while we can certainly credit titles like Soul Leveling and Demon Slayer with making anime reach new levels of popularity all over the world, it looks like they are yet to become as huge as some landmarks that contribute to the very foundation of what anime looks like today. This month, Netflix unveiled a report that only showcases the rise of anime series as subscribers go to programs, but also that Naruto reigns supreme among Japanese titles with 40 million viewing hours for the first half of the year, I think. And I think that's overall like for an anime, because I think I can't remember what was in second and third place, but it was like Pokemon was in second, or like I can't remember. Pokemon was in second, something else was in third. I think One Piece was like fourth, and
Pokemon
they were like 36.
Pokemon got all the good stuff on Netflix.
Yeah. So I think they're number 2. So it was like 40, 36, 32 million watch hours so far in the first half of the year.
That's
so
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
W Naruto. Naruto's always been on Netflix though.
Yeah, it has.
Even when I was younger, so I think like a lot of people know to go look for Naruto on Netflix.
On there.
Yeah. Because if you go year watch hours, I mean it may still be, because TV what was it? I forget which, it was a toy company, Toy Zone. They did what is it called? A consensus with 83 countries and found out that Naruto is still the #1 watched children's show above Peppa Pig, which I was surprised as heck, because I'm like, Peppa Pig is huge all across the world.
Yeah.
So I was excited. I was surprised as hell, because I was like, dang, even kids are still watching Naruto. It really has that appeal.
It does. It really does.
So how long has Naruto been around? How many years?
Since like 2002
when it first dropped. So you gotta think people have grown up and had kids, now they have their kids watching it. You know what I mean? It's one of them generational kind of shows now.
Yeah, but to still be that watched, a lot of those kids are just checking it out or finding it out because not all of those parents couldn't have watched Naruto. And some of those places and some of these countries may have not even had anime there when we were kids, you know what I mean? Or had to get it like y'all had.
I would say at the beginning, pandemic, a lot of people jumped in on it. Let me see what this anime thing is about. So,
But this was actually, I think this was actually, I can't remember what year it was for. It might have been for, no, maybe it was 2023. But either way, it just goes to show that Naruto's a GOAT anime. It's really crazy. I was surprised to see that. I think like if you look at like overall whole, there might be obviously some things closer because I was surprised One Piece is on like number 4, but One Piece
Well, if you think
also
about it, One Piece wasn't fully on Netflix for the longest time. It only had up to a very early point in the show. Only recently
this
in the
is
past
just for
5 years.
yeah, this
Oh,
is
okay.
just for 2024
Oh,
for the
okay,
first few
gotcha.
months.
Then yeah. Well,
But people watch anime all over the place, and that's why I was like, I think that like Naruto, a lot of people know that like Naruto's on Netflix because it's always been there.
mhm.
But yeah, that's cool. Next, TV Tokyo held its financial report briefing the 2024 and 2025 fiscal year in May, going over both how its year went and the future plans for its programming and other holdings. The meeting's transcript was recently translated and published, and the company had some interesting things to say regarding its top anime IPs and future plans to expand global footprint in the anime industry, notably by focusing on getting other titles up to the levels of recognition of Naruto worldwide. There's a report by TV Tokyo. So they plan to basically bring some other titles to recognition, because this is what I mean by like transcending anime, right? There's a few anime that across the world is like, you may be some old grandma, but you probably seen Naruto's Ramen, or you've seen Goku's Kamehameha. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even at the con this week, some old black lady was walking by and asked this dude who was clearly Goku Black what he was dressed as. And he's like, I'm Goku, but the black version. And she was like, Goku's black? And I was like, and he was like explaining how Goku Black is black, but not black. Right. And then I was like, you know Goku, right? Even you know Goku. And she was like, yeah, I know Goku. This lady had to have been like 68. See, bro, that's a transcendent anime right there. So yeah, that was cool to see. TV Tokyo wants to, I don't know if this is good or bad, but they want to put some of their other titles on that recognition level.
Depends on what those other titles are.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll catch on like that, or they won't. Just gotta make the right choices.
Right.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they try to push.
I agree. Next, Lord of the Mysteries has released a 10-year roadmap with contents planned for season 2 in 2027, season 3 in 2030, season 4 in 2032, and final movie in 2035.
What?
So they plan to fully adapt the series. And what you mean?
I mean, okay, cool, but
that's a roadmap.
Are people asking for this? Because I heard anybody talking about the show.
I don't know. I mean, are you ever were they asking for the anime in general?
See, that's what I don't know.
It's media information.
Like, it's not getting any buzz or anything it did. Like when it was first getting ready to come out, everybody was excited to see what it was going to be, and then
I see information about this anime almost every day. It's still really popular. It's just not what people said it would be. It's like as popular as Solo Leveling. Hell no. But it's I see information. I see like clips from the new episodes. I heard the day the dub dropped. I saw this pop up on my feed. It's really popular in the community, and I'm sure it's popular in China too because it's Chinese.
Of course, yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
The media company could have released this information. I don't know, but I seen it on like 5 different sources, and that's just where we're playing this. But I mean, it makes sense right now because it's almost 2026. We got 4 months less than a year, 5 months less than a year, and they're about to finish this one season. So that means 2 years to have the most frames in an anime that we've ever seen. It's still a long time, but it's not that long. You know what I mean? For season 2. And then season 3 is 3 years later. That's a long time. And then season 4 is 2032. And then the final movie is 2035. So I'll be 41 when this series ends.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait till all the dub ones to come out, just sit down and just binge it in one go. Maybe they help things stick a little bit better.
Yeah, after the last episode I saw, it made me want to catch up, or clips from what I saw from the last episode. Yeah,
I think it's one I'll catch up after, especially if I'm done with this season, because this season is too many things for me to start adding something that I really don't feel committed to right now.
Yeah, I think I got something new.
I'm really interested in the animation and figuring out the power system. I heard that it slows down after the first 2 episodes, so you can break stuff down a lot easier. Yeah,
that's nice.
And also, I've seen some clips of like some really crazy stuff that I didn't watch too long because I didn't want to spoil. But I was just waiting for the dub. I've been really excited for it the whole time. So, and it's only going to be 13 episodes. So I'm planning to catch up maybe this week, along with To Be Hero X, so I can talk about them next week.
Okay. You guys need to do that. I can't.
I haven't watched To Be Hero X since like episode.
I've been caught up. I just missed this week's.
I got like 9 episodes.
You both need to catch up for next week. Because if we get to next week's episode with all this crap going on and I can't talk about it, I'm about to explode.
We don't need that.
Noted.
Talk about it.
Noted. A few more things. Next, Delta Airlines is collabing with Crunchyroll to bring anime to your flights.
Yes. Okay. Yes, please. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
They should have been had this, but
yeah,
that's dope. But I guess anime is not on enough platforms to where they could have got the rights for any. But
I mean, that's fair.
Crunchyroll's business people did pretty good with this. Whoever their producers or whatever department reaches out for collabs.
If I'm on a 15-hour flight, give me some anime. I can
give me a show I can dive into and just or.
I'm sure they'll have downloaded like a good amount of the Crunchyroll roster. Probably not the entire thing, but like a fair amount.
But they'll have Naruto on there.
What would suck? I mean, what would suck is if you get on there and they have Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, One Punch Man, Bleach, and that's it. I'd be like, oh, come on.
Just the heavy hitters, just the big ones.
Yeah, I still wouldn't be bad, but it'd be like, at least give me. You know what I'm saying? Some show I've had on my list that I need to watch but haven't watched, and now get it done now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for me, I always use my iPad when I'm on plane.
I always download things beforehand when I go on a trip so that I have them ahead of time.
I download load up my tablet.
Yep. I specifically look for stuff that I've been meaning to watch but haven't gotten around to, and then I'll download that stuff whenever I'm on a plane or like bus ride to New York or something like that.
That's on my tablet right now. A bunch of stuff that I want to watch that I just need to so whenever I have it and just watch it on there, catch up.
Yep. So, but that's still cool because you know what I mean, hypothetically I don't have an iPad and I'm on a 2-hour flight and you know what I mean, no service. That would be really dope to check out an anime movie. If they have some anime movies, they'll be cooking. Definitely. Like some canon ones, like some of the good ones that they have on Crunchyroll. Next we have I should have put this with the ReZero news, but while ReZero leads Kadokawa's titles with $3.4 million in the first half of the year. Excuse me. It comes 5th in place to the Gorilla God's Go-To Girl in anime only revenue from the spring.
I loved that show. It was cute.
So it's like, no, I don't.
I didn't get a chance to check it out. Okay.
I didn't even give it a chance. But that's Kadokawa's number one top selling anime, right? Or top selling anime from anime only revenue, which goes the Gorilla God's Go-To Girl as of spring, or from spring. Once Upon a Witch's Death, the Shunji family children. Please put them on Takumi-san. The panty one is above ReZero. And then Oshinoko, Overlord is always one of Kadokawa's top selling. I'm not really sure how. I mean, I love the series, but I think their core fans, or maybe they're really big overseas. It's just not as popular as it used to be, but it's always on their top selling series. Konosuba, Wonderful World, Eminence in the Shadow, Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World. Those are their top 10 selling titles.
Sounds like a strong top 10.
Yeah.
And they're overall, they are. And most of those are titles that I told Gabby watch, which would be ReZero,
and I'm watching
Overlord, which would be Konosuba, which would be Enemies in the Shadow.
Which will be.
Literally 4. And it's only missing Slime and Jobless Reincarnation and Moonlit Fantasy. Also, I have something to talk. Well, I could add that as a random news thing. Isekai Quartet announced a new season and they dropped the trailer. Have y'all seen Isekai Quartet before?
We talked about it.
Probably haven't because you haven't seen.
No, we've talked about seeing the trailer for it.
Okay.
Of the new season. Yeah, we did. We watched that together.
this was recent. They just announced maybe it's from that season. I didn't read into it. But once you finish on these few isekais I told you about, we could all watch it because all of those characters are in this. They have Ein, Subaru, Naofumi. Now they added Sid Kagano from Eminence of Shadow.
Yeah.
I forget who else. A couple others that are easily recognizable. Tanya, they have Tanya in there. I think they have Kazuma too in Megami. But yeah, we can watch that when it comes
I think
out.
they definitely have Kazuma. I don't think Megami, but
and their top 10 overall titles from the spring are ReZero, the Gorilla's God with 3.38 million, the Gorilla Gods Go To Girl, which is also 3.38 million. Then Upon Witch's Death, Eminence Shadow, Shunji Family, Overlord, Please Put Them on Takumi-san, Konosuba, Delicious in Dungeon, Bungo Stray Dogs. Those are the top 10 anime overall, I believe, revenues from spring.
Okay.
So that's
good
interesting.
list.
Yes.
see, Aqua, Megami.
Yeah, I think they have Aqua and Megami.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if Aqua wasn't on there.
We had a lot of news.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff happened last week.
It did. Yeah. I know we were busy, but yeah, it was a lot of stuff. But thank you for that, Noah. Definitely appreciated it. Gabby, next up on the docket, what do you have for us to talk about this week?
So this is something that y'all can think about, and I'll go first with sharing mine. But I want you to think of one anime that you've watched that you, not that maybe it's not your favorite, but it's something you really like that you think a lot of people haven't seen. And we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna recommend it to
the reason
our crowd.
the reason why I laughed and snickered because that's the question I was asking everybody for reels all weekend at Otakon.
Really?
For underrated animes, yes.
That's so funny.
Yes.
I
So
literally picked.
they'll
this
be
as a
rolling
fact
out on the
one.
Lotus Snacks IG page and YouTube short throughout the week, so you'll see those coming. But continue, Gabby. That's what I was laughing.
Perfect. So yeah, I just want us to talk about an anime that we think other people might have seen that I think people should give a shot. So I have mine ready, and obviously that I'll go first, giving you guys some time to talk about it. But the one that I really like, I saw when I think I was in high school still, something like that, high school, middle school. But it's called Rosen Maiden. It's both a manga and an anime. And basically, it revolves around this hikikomori, which is a social recluse in Japan. That's what they're called. They don't go outside. They don't really go to school. They don't do much. Yeah, they're basically a shut-in. So he's still kind of a kid. He's like high school. I think he's high school. I don't know. The age is kind
Which one is this?
Weird. Rosen Maiden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, he becomes entangled with what are called the Rosen Maiden dolls, and these are sentient beings created by the doll maker, whose name is Rosen, hence the name. These dolls have to compete in a deadly game called the Alice Game to become the perfect doll or the Alice. They are alive. This anime is gothic fantasy manga, combines elements of doll-based horror, magical girl tropes, along with some psychological drama. Basically, you have a sentient competition between these dolls that are all trying to kill each other and you, because each doll has its master that it's connected to. So you could kill the master, and he comes entangled with one of these, like there's 9 or 8 dolls. I think it might be 8, and there's like one hidden 9 one. But when you defeat the doll, you can take its life force and basically make it just a doll again. That doesn't always happen, but it's a really good thing. It has a very nice kind of European Gothic art style, as well as kind of combination with like chibi graphics, because it's really cute. I used to draw this a lot when I was a kid because I absolutely love the way, because there's this one girl, they're all different colors. There's these twin dolls. Some of them fight with scissors, one fight with a watering can. They all have different kinds of powers. There's a backstory. One is like broken, but they all try to become the one doll for the master. It explores themes of loneliness, identity, human perseverance, as well as humanity's desire for perfection, which is kind of behind the doll maker. He wanted to make the perfect Alice, and that's what all the girls are striving for. It also again deals with the humanity concept that these dolls aren't alive, but they're living. So then when they interact more with June, who is the hikikomori, and the rest of the world, it's odd for them. So they kind of start kind of waving between the lines of, well, maybe I don't want to do this game anymore. Maybe I just want to have fun and exist and like live a life. But it's kind of hard when they're trapped in this game. But the art style is really cute. The manga and anime do differ a bit. So if you pick one, just understand that there might not be, there might not be all. And I just think it's really good. And I'll send you some pictures that we should put up just to show what it looks like. But it was one of my favorites. I think it definitely leans more towards girls just because of the doll graphic, the doll art style, and everything. But it twists in that horror and that psychological elements and deep dives of different darker themes. So I definitely think it can appeal to all demographics, but I would say it definitely leans more towards female.
Okay. Good one. I've heard of it, but never seen it. But I recognize the name of it.
Yeah.
So
I have all of the manga. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
Nice.
It's only like 7 or 8 novels.
Okay.
I will throw out one. For me, one of mine would be Airmaster. It is strictly about throwing hands. It is about nothing more than throwing hands. And it focuses around this girl who is a gymnast. And if I remember, because I've not watched this in like probably decades. Like I remember like when me and my friends would watch it, it was one of the things we all stayed over somebody's house all night long and just was watching. We just, next episode, girl, she was a gymnast, injured herself. It was a leg injury from what I can remember and couldn't do it anymore. And for some reason, she went to the streets and started whooping everybody. So she literally just goes around, finds fights, let me get involved, and is making a name on the street, whooping everybody, men, women, whatever, just in the streets. And she ends up finally making friends, and she's like the tall one out the friend group, and everybody's like super short. And like it's this other guy she ends up running into who has a fallen in love with her named Julieta, who's a part of like the fighting scene as well. And from what I can remember, he kicks like at a dumb amount of power and speed, like the type that, no, you need to check this dude out. Like he's ridiculous. And he's like super infatuated with her and follows her around everywhere and is always begging for her and trying to beat her up at the same time. But she's like got his number. Like it was a whole weird dynamic, but it was funny. It was hilarious. The different fight styles people come up with. It was this little dude that fights with a BMX bike. And he will whoop you with that thing and not get off of it. He'll just be riding around. You hop a bunny hop, smack you in the face with it. Like all this type of crazy different fighting styles, but it was so much fun. She ends up getting to like some big underground tournament where like it was like the early stages of like going viral type of thing where there's cameras flying around, watching them fight in the streets, and they get to watch to tell you what time to be there. And you don't know like your opponent you're going to fight. And like she has friends in the opponent in the tournament now and all the stuff. The end does fall off. The end gets very... I don't know what was happening at the end. Like, why are we fighting spirits now? Like, y'all are just getting stupid now. It was so grounded. Now you're doing something completely different. But before that, it was so much fun to watch. Like from an action standpoint, all the different crazy fighting styles they had in it, and just the drama involved in all the battles was dope.
Yeah.
I never hear people ever talk about it or mention it, but when it comes to that shonen fighting kind of drama thing, that is one of my just absolute favorites. Like that thing stuck with me and my friends, and we could not let it go until it was over.
Nice.
So much fun watching it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, what about anything you got, Noah?
Nice. My anime I always recommend when people say they want to or to talk about animes that people don't talk about or that's underrated is one called Onihei, and it's about it's a period anime. I love period animes, and it's about basically this guy who is the leader of the police force, which is called the Arson Defense Force, and the leader of our arson defense force, they got to be like the best swordsman in like the tri-state area. And this is actually historically accurate, the position too, to where arson was such a crazy crime back then. That was one of the main duties of the police. And it's about just what he goes through during that time, dealing with betrayal, protecting his family. He's got a wife and a kid, and he's just this nasty swordsman. Animation is great. It's in like Edo period Japan. That's one that I definitely recommend. Also, Made in Abyss. That's another one. Made in Abyss is not nearly as popular as it should be, and a lot of people should definitely watch that. It's one of the best adventure animes. I say all the time, the world has the potential to be like on some One Piece world building, like with all the different species and levels of the what's it called, levels of the abyss. Like imagine if they spent 30, 40 episodes on each level, then all of a sudden it's a whole different thing versus, 12 episodes per 3 levels.
Yeah.
So that's another one that I think is such a great anime production that everyone should watch, that I want to throw out there. And for people who don't know about it, it's basically about some abyss that was created that is like a crater in the ground that goes infinitely down. And basically people who go down, you can't come back up, because when you ascend after descending, you get
after you get to a certain point, a certain floor, you can't ascend anymore.
Yeah, even the first floor. Like
no, you can't.
No, you can, but you still feel it. You
Oh,
can
that's how you don't feel. Yeah, but you can still
floor,
come
but you
back from the
still
first
feel it.
floor. Yeah, you can come back from the first floor.
Yeah, you can come back. I mean, you can come back from any floor if you're strong enough. But thing is you go down and you go down, and if you're exploring, it's like a big, like, kind of like what's the word for it? Like a place that people really love to explore, a place that attracts a lot of explorers. So as you go down, there are different explorers, and they're given titles and strength and stuff like that. And as you ascend back up, you get these symptoms. So like on the 5th and 6th floor, it gets really bad. Like you ascend back up and you lose your humanity and you turn into like a monster and stuff like that. So it's a really interesting story, and I think everyone should watch it. Those are my 2 big recommendations.
Okay. I'll give another one. Something just, I don't know if it's only personal to me that I like it so much, because I never ever hear this brought up in any type of conversation when it comes to anime. It came out in 1996. It's called Martian Successor in the Disco. I've not seen this forever, so I'm going to read you what the premise of this show is.
Okay.
Only one ship stands between Earth and total annihilation. The high mobile battleship Nadisco is the most formidable fighting machine ever conceived, but due to a shortage of trained soldiers, the crew is a little unorthodox. The poor Jovians do not stand a chance against the largest contingent of geeks and misfits ever sent into orbit. So that's pretty much, you get an idea of a whole misfit crew trying to run this massive battleship and save a bunch of people. This thing stuck with me hard, and I think one of the reasons is the story. It has I think a really awesome twist in it that's pretty unique, that I don't want to spoil it, because it's one of those twists in it that has always stuck with me when I think of twists in anime or movies and stuff like that. It was one of those type of twists, like, oh, that's kind of, wow, that's kind of interesting. You do, okay, cool. And one thing I liked about the main scene is something, the MC, one of the things I kind of picked up from him, I realized he's like a big, like, otaku or whatever, and he had this one show that he loves with all his heart. But for reasons he never got a chance to finish it. So it does come a point where he finally explains why he hasn't got to finish yet. And it's pretty much like the last couple episodes, like the last episode or 2, he would never watch because he never wanted the show to end. So at some point he could always go back and still have an episode or 2 to watch at the end or whatever. And it ties into everything else that's going on. Like it was some pretty cool stuff in it. And it was just a really fun anime to watch. And they did something very unique I was hoping to see more with in the movie, because they did have like a motion picture movie that came out a little later, but it got very serious and very dark.
Where
like the MC was on his own now with his own ship, and left his girlfriend behind, and she had the old ship, and he had this little girl robot helping him pilot them. It was like the twist they were taking with it was like, this is interesting. Where are we going with this? This is different from what I was watching, but I'm interested to see where you're trying to take us. But nothing ever came of it. So,
and what was the title again?
Martian Successor in the Disco.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one that always been. That one has always stuck me. And I really do want to watch it again, and I need to at some point. It's been forever since I watched it, but that's one of the like ones that I hold dear to my heart, personally.
Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. You have another one, Gabby? Or anybody?
So yeah, I have one that's
some obscure ones. That'll be easy for me to find.
I have one that's called this one I really like, called Standing on a Million Lives, which is actually isekai, but the story is really cool.
I think you've told us a bit about this one.
Yeah, probably, because I really like this one, so I probably talked about it a couple times. He basically, it's about a character that's a bunch of school kids that are summoned into another world to save the world. And then the main character basically goes in. He's the strongest of the heroes, and he gets a girlfriend, falls in love with her. They become like a couple, but then he has to go back. but he realized that he's going to come in again. So she's like, she'll wait for him, this, and that. And it kind of deals with like the dark aspects of, well, first I'll say, so basically he goes back and then the time comes again where he has to be summoned to another world again with all of them. So he gets summoned to another world. Now he's got experience. He knows what to do. So he thinks he can come back and impress his girl. He thinks he's
Mhm.
going to be, I mean, able to protect her flawlessly and all this great stuff. And then he goes and finds his girl who was living in a different spot. Things were a little confusing. And he starts talking to her. And then she's like, oh, that's not me. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, you look exactly like her. And she's like, yeah, that's my mother. And then he's like, what? And it kind of like blows the
Ah,
whole story open because he came back and in his world it had only been like a week. In
right. I
their
remember you
world it had
told.
been like
Yeah,
60 years.
yeah.
Yeah. So the girl he had fallen in love with and left, and she's like, I'll wait for you or whatever, had already passed away. I can't remember if she passed away or she was just an old woman. I'm pretty sure she had passed away. And then he came back and her daughter, basically almost identical to her, was the same age. And it was actually pretty dark because it was like, damn, she said she was going to wait.
Yeah.
Like, you basically had this whole season, you fell in love with her and like did all these things. And then you left, and it's only been like a week for you. And then you come back, and now your reality is you don't even get a chance to say goodbye, anything. So you done lived the whole life and you missed it when y'all was both in love with each other. So there's other dark aspects of it, but that part really stuck out to me because I was, damn. So then he
Mhm.
goes back and then comes back again, and then the daughter is like an old woman. You know what I mean? So it's like, but he made a friendship with her while he was there too. So it's like each time he goes and comes back, all the connections he has, he loses them. So
Oh,
it's really good, but pretty dark at
that's
the same
insane.
time.
Yeah. Sound
I
like
need
ooh.
a new story. I need a new season.
Yeah. Sound like that'll be a tough watch, but a good watch. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was definitely good. It was just, I was like, what? I felt so bad for him.
Mm-hmm. All right. You have anything else you want to add, Gabby?
I've got one last one that's actually
Okay.
funny because I realized it's kind of similar to Rose and Maiden because it also has to do with an
Oh,
aspect of kind of dolls. But it's a more recent one. It is came out back. I think the manga came back out in 2018 in Weekly Shonen Jump.
okay.
Is but the anime is within the past few years. There are 2 seasons out. It's on Crunchyroll. It's called Shadow's House.
I know. Okay.
Shadow House. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because some people do know about it, but some people don't. I'm going to read the Crunchyroll description.
Okay.
So, high atop a cliff sits a mansion known as the Shadow House, home of a faceless clan that pretends to live like nobles. They express their emotions through living dolls that also endlessly clean the home of soot. One such servant, Emiliko, aids her master Kate as they learn more about themselves and the mystery of the house. So basically, you have these shadows that are basically just made of soot, um, in a sense, and they are accompanied, obviously, by these living dolls, aka they are real humans. Um, the shadows obviously are just pitch black, wearing the same clothes, for the most part, as their living dolls. They have no emotions. Obviously, you can't see them, so they emote, and the dolls and the shadows have to learn to like do the expressions for their master and like make the same movements to each other and put their facial expressions and just everything basically encompass their personality of their shadow.
Hmm.
Obviously, the house has many secrets. Um, these are not dolls, these are humans. These shadows are made from the kidnapped children of the village that they supposedly live down upon. And a lot of things happen when these suits become adults. Their faces get lost, but they're still there. They don't need to be accompanied by them anymore. They somehow become one. And it's just a whole unraveling of trying to figure out what's happening because Kate, that shadow master of Milico, she is a very unique shadow in the way that she has some different powers than the other ones, but also she's just very curious and um, I want to say like she doesn't trust others. She's always wants to know what's going on. She's like, well, why do we do
Yeah.
this? She's very inquisitive. I really like it. Obviously, Living Doll Shadow House, a lot of mystery, atmospheric setting. I think the openings and endings and the music composed within the series is fantastic. It's
Oh yeah, the
on my
soundtrack is
playlist that
really good.
I always listen to it, and I was so excited when season 2 came out. Um, manga and anime are fairly similar with each other. I think there might be a few discrepancies, but for the most part, it's almost a 1-for-1. So I recommend doing both. But Shadow House is another good gothic kind of style mystery anime that I think other people should watch. More popular than some of the other ones here, but still, I think an underrated one that not a lot of people know.
No, it's definitely underrated.
Yeah.
That one's done by A1 Pictures.
Yes.
So yeah, the soundtrack and animation is really good. Or actually, might be Cloverworks. I think it's either A1 Pictures or Cloverworks.
Let me look.
But yeah, that's
either way dope. We got a lot of good recommendations this week.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
A lot of stuff to sit down and add to the watch list. So that's good. That's good to know and good to have. So moving on, let's get to 3 on the docket, and let's look at our top 3s.
Oh yeah, that's right. Who went first last week?
I did. It's Gabby's turn.
I think it's my turn. Okay. I didn't get to as much as I always would have liked to because I was kind of busy this weekend. What the heck is this? Why is there so much slime on my watch list?
Oh, because is it a table or is it?
No, I'm just going through my watch list because I try to remember what I watched, and I'm like, why is there slime? Oh, because I marked it as watched because I watched it on Brad, so it's like I just try to keep my Crunchyroll done. Okay. We're just gonna list them and then I'm gonna rank just because things are kind of out of order this week. Dr. Stone, really good. We finally made it to. Did you guys watch it?
Yes.
Yeah, we made it to the Amazon. Yes. And we found the
mountain of Medusas.
A mountain of Medusas that looks like.
It looks like a pyramid.
It's one of the. Isn't it one of like the Aztecs?
It looks like one of those.
I can't remember the name of it, of the historical building. But yeah, that's insane. There's so many of those. How the heck?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta think the first one they had a limit. The limit was like that island. It was like because when they did the whole island, they just maxed out the limit. So in order to do the whole world, you know what I mean, it was already curious for you guys as to how that thing could cover the whole world.
Yeah.
That might be an answer.
Now we know. It's because there's 50 million of them.
Maybe.
Also, I want to know more about what Stanley's actual plan is, because obviously this plane thing was a diversion. Just to figure out where they're going. So I want to know how he knows and if he's right about where they're going. So I just want to learn more about this.
He seems to be very confident.
Secret other plan that Stanley has, because Stanley's a good character. Kaiju number 8, fantastic episode. We got to more of the fight. And then, oh my God, spoiler for anyone who hasn't watched it, obviously.
Is a G.
We don't want to ruin this. So 5,
spoiler
4,
alert.
3, 2, 1. Why is her dad dead? Can we get him back, please? I really don't want him to be dead, but he's probably dead.
I don't want him to be dead either. Just
both her parents.
Yeah,
I know. Come on, I should have seen this coming when Dad said good job.
And shout out to his homie who stayed there on the computer right by his side.
That got me in my feels too.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't fight, but I can help you fight.
Yeah.
He's like, I can do all of this.
we've been locked in. That was a great moment.
Insane.
Stood by his side the whole time, monitoring his gear.
Yep.
So it's just gonna be terrible. I
can't
wait to see what happens.
Yeah, next week it's probably gonna be a tough episode next week because
it's gonna be extremely tough. We're gonna get more Kikaru, and it's gonna be.
And she might start going through something because of that, and Kafka might have to step her out of it this time. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
it's gonna hurt for her.
Yeah.
Don watched that one. Becoming a Family. I loved this new rock group, guys, because I remember seeing them at the opening, and I'm like, oh, we finally get to learn about them. They're hilarious. Also really good. I love the song.
Yeah, once they got into it, I was like, okay.
This is good. Like,
you're right.
I was hoping, I'm like, let them finish. Let this be a whole song. Like, don't cut off halfway. I want to hear the rest of this. And I had a feeling that Gigi would be, we wouldn't be getting rid of Evil Eye. He's so attached to it, and
Yeah.
he's such a kind soul, and he's gonna have to have some sort of powers. Of course, he's gonna get the powers.
I
From
think
Evil
the more
Eye.
that they stay together, the more he communicates with them that I'm just here to be your friend. Like he'll start to dial it back a little bit at least.
Plus, he's working with Grandma now to unlock his spiritual powers more because he does have so much, he doesn't have control over it or know how to use it. So once he gets control over that, it's fun. I love seeing.
He needs to get the Rasengan on his belly.
Yes, they're cute. Gigi's just funny. I was iffy about him as a character at first, but now that I know more about him, he's just so cute.
He's growing on you.
I love it. He's growing on me. I love that we saw her Momo's friends dragged Okarun to see her in a maid outfit. Oh my god, that was adorable. I can't wait for the rest of this. And obviously because of the ending, I think we're gonna get a school like festival episode at some point this season. That's what I'm hoping, and that's what I assuming from the ending. But that'll be fun. I really want that to happen.
Oh yeah.
And then the flagrant flowers bloom. Oh my god. Best girl adorable. Ever.
After you yelled at me last week, I made sure I caught up on every episode.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I really like this week's episode, especially her friend after, being kind of a bitch. Kind of make it go to her, explain everything to her, making up to her. Like, I love the main female MC in this. I was telling Noah while we were out this weekend. Like, she is absolutely adorable. She
is literally like the epitome of best anime girl.
She's winning that right now, 2025. She's pretty awesome. I like her a whole lot as
another spoiler alert for people out there. But y'all, she admitted that she liked him and said she loved him on episode 6.
Yes.
On episode 6, real pacing.
And then and it wasn't like forced.
No, it wasn't.
She wasn't being all weird about Canada. It was like she just took it in like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, smile with it, like, oh,
yeah,
go, girl.
That's the casual realizations of how feelings happen. Like, this is it's so like realistic, and it's just so refreshing.
I thought the whole imagery of rust on Subaru was interesting, just as a visual choice, like her body feel like she was rusting up. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice.
Yeah,
to depict that.
Yeah, she got some
I really
issues.
like her character.
I like how she asked Homeboy to be his friend after everything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The beginning of the episode, they were dragging it a little bit with her and Walker. Yeah. It was a little bit of a nice off, and I was like, all right, can I go see my son Rentaro? Because I'm like, y'all get it, y'all love each other, like y'all get it. They dragged that a little bit, but I was kind of hoping that the drama would last a little bit longer. But now we gotta see what the next drama is. What would be funny is if Subaru started to like Rentaro.
That's what I thought we were going to do, but I feel like that might be.
It'd be even funnier if she tried to hit on him behind Walker's back. That would be even
She
funnier.
would never.
Oh, that would be so funny. Love make you do crazy things.
That's true. I want to see some more of the side characters get involved, like his friends, and I kind of want to see a little bit more of that relationship form and see like the ideals change. Like maybe one friend from his group come in and really start to, interact more and see that stuff. But I hope we get that in the rest of the season because that would be great. Watched Gachakuda. Love that we're learning more about the cleaners. Got introduced to the raiders, who are purple, all purple. So
I like it.
Sin's gonna love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. This guy and the combination we're fighting right now is interesting, and the powers are crazy. Knew it was a trap instantly. Of course, it was gonna be a trap. It's too obvious.
With the dreads showed up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He snatched his fingers out dude's mouth. Ooh.
He's insane. He's got like the Xeno like finger blades, except these ones are actual like blades and stuff instead of just like
scissor hands.
Yeah, he's basically Scissorhands. So
I like the
that
main
ended
character and the
on an
support
epic
team building
point.
up that I like the support team and the main character building up that
Yes.
relationship together. Him kind of looking out for him was like a younger brother or something like that. I like to see that relationship
Yeah.
develop. I like that.
I think that's Daichi's voice actor, too. So I know I love me a from Haikyuu,
Oh, okay.
the captain. Love me the big buff dad type. So he hits all
And
the
as you
marks.
say that, I do that in the
Oh,
voice. As you
Engine. You're
said,
talking
yeah,
about Engine.
No, the
I do like Engine a
supporter,
lot, but they're talking about the support dude.
the supporter with the
The scar on
yellow
his eye,
hair, the blonde one.
the blonde hair
Oh,
with the
yeah,
scar. Yeah.
I'm blanking on his name. I'm gonna have to remember it because he's a really good character. I think it's Gris or something. Grims.
I can't remember.
I think it starts with the G, but we'll find it out. That one was great. Obviously I can't talk about superheroes because neither of you have watched it, but oh my god, it's crazy. This obviously happened earlier in the timeline. I think it even happened before the first episodes.
Okay.
I think it's what triggered some events to happen. So you guys need to watch that now so we can talk about it next week because
We'll be done.
shit's gonna go down even further next week because we ended on some of the most insane thing ever that I think has happened in this show. Because right now we've got like 7 different characters here, and I'm like, where did you come from?
Okay.
So I am hands down. This was one of my favorite episodes of To Be Hero X.
Okay.
But it's good. It's good. So you guys need to watch that. And then finally, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Hands down, probably my favorite. We got to a really emotional episode. Her friend was, I think I mentioned this last week, but her friend was sacrificed and got killed. And because of that, their life forces swapped. She was supposed to die in less than a year, but because her friend died in her place because they went to the far shore where the dead are, she couldn't make it back because she was a normal human. She had power. She wasn't a priestess like Yashiro was. So their life forces got switched. Technically, the promise was fulfilled by Hanako, and a girl was sacrificed by number 6. So that means the boundary that had the worlds crossed so the apparition could show up in the real world, that was fixed because a girl was sacrificed. So all the apparitions have now disappeared. So she has lost Hanako. She is Das Aoi, and her best friend Akane. They kind of just had a little confession of feelings to each other. She's still stuck in the boundaries, and now they want to get her back. They haven't. The boundaries and the apparitions still exist, but because all of the portals and the tears have gone, you can't get out in there, and the boundaries and apparitions can't get out. So basically, they're just all stuck on their sides, and the door is closed.
Right.
So they're trying to figure out a way to do it, and I think we got that with our priest high senpai guy. So that's what we're going next episode. But for my top 3, it would probably have to be Hero X's number 1, hands down.
Okay.
Number 1. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, really emotional episode, always gets me. So that is my number 2. And then I would have to say, this is a hard one for number 3. We're gonna go with Kaiju number 8 is number 3, and Dan to Dan is gonna be my honorable mention for this week.
Okay.
It was a lot of strong hitters.
Did you watch Sakamoto Days?
I did not, and I did not get to Sakamoto Days this week.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'll be watching that right after we get off of recording this because
Oh yeah.
So To Be Hero X was, you said Toilet Bound was number 2, Gabby?
Toilet Bound was number 2. Toilet Bound, Kaiju, and then
Kaiju was 3.
Kaiju's 3.
Right.
So I guess I'll do the top 3. You might as well keep your notes out. Romance real quick. I was checking here to see if I watched Dress Up Darling. But number 1 is Flagrant Flower.
Fragrant.
Yeah, Fragrant, not Flagrant. Oh, I didn't watch Dress Up Darling. I'm 2 episodes behind. Oops.
Oop.
So
No.
I guess
hey, it was a long weekend.
Cuckoos is number 2. That episode was really funny. Erica's mom showed up and basically has forced Erica and what's the main character's name again?
Oh, it's
Get
right
his name.
here.
No, it's not good. You don't gotta look it up. But they forced him. She basically showed up and she's like, "Did y'all have sex yet?" And she's like, "What the heck, mom? Of course not." Like blah blah blah. So then she forced them both to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks. So now Sachi has to move back home, and she's trying to push the relationship a little bit more. And it was pretty funny. Also dealing with the fact that the girl who showed up randomly. Oh, and none of these are crazy spoilers, so it don't matter. Basically, because of the new girl that is showing up now. Shoot, I forgot her name. Just had it in my head. The girlfriend girl basically got mad and said, "Never talk to me again," but in a polite way. So it's like, she just being emotional. She mad. Her man is popular. So
yeah.
that would be number 2, and the number 1 is Fragrant Flowers because that was excellent episode, good soundtrack, and the character redeemed herself for all the stupid stuff she did, and you know what I mean. Rentaro took the bigger being a bigger man as well, and everything's clear. Like I said, now we got to see what's the drama next. Like they're not just gonna fall in love. Like it's got to be something now. So all about what happens next. Dr. Stone was great. Y'all finally saw that mountain of Medusas, and now is where they start unpacking the story for real. They've been unpacking the story, but we haven't been able to find out anything about Ryman or
but now that we're here with 2 of the smartest people on the planet.
Now we're gonna see it.
We have all these
3. You got the map girl too. I forget her name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the crew around them. Yeah. They'll get to the bottom of this.
This week's episode of Seventh Prince was so good. This man is so funny. This MC, they finally showed somebody that might actually contest him. So we got to see where this goes. But knowing this show, he's going to level up and take it as a chance to learn some new magic.
Make sure I'm caught up so I can watch that next week. Yeah, make sure I'm caught up. So far, it is fun.
Oh, yeah, so far it was great. And you ain't even seen the best of season 1 yet. Clavati's was great. I'm trying to remember what happened at the very end. That always
the insect dude showed up, start throwing insects all around the town. Right.
Just moving forward with the story, we're seeing some of the church's army.
Yeah, and the other assassin magic chick showed up in the room with Nell, and she had the diamond in her head or whatever that came to take the baby from Nell. That's where it cut off at.
Yeah. So we're seeing some.
You don't touch that baby.
We're seeing some of the church's army. So church's army is always strong. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next week. It was a chill episode. Trying to see what else I watched besides that. Oh yeah, Gotcha Kudo was a great episode.
Yeah.
I really love that series, and I think the art looks really good too. I'll just go to the watch list. Don, awesome, funny, and I can't wait to see more of what we're about to do with Evil Eye because I don't know how they're about to handle this one.
It's a big threat.
And then Togen Anki, we actually saw the world premiere of episode 6.
Yep, we watched 5 and 6 together at Otakon.
We saw the world premiere of episode 6 at Otakon.
Yeah.
So they have episode 5 out, but we got to see episode 6 a week early. And that one definitely is in my top 3 actually, because that episode was amazing. This series is definitely top notch, and it's got the potential to be really good. Depends on how long it is though, which I've got the feeling it's not that long. Or maybe it's ongoing. So that one will be probably number 3. That was such a great episode. Sakamoto Days was peak as hell. They had a new episode drop today, actually. Sakamoto Days was so good. We're seeing new fighters that are strong as heck. And y'all finally will understand what I say when I say that Sakamoto really ain't fought no one who means nothing yet. And this time he did. And even that person who was that strong, who killed 176 people in like 40 minutes, then good old Takamura came in and without even a word chopped his ear and his arm off and half the building and then left. Sakamoto fought Uzuki. They announced his name as Uzuki, not just Slur. And then they also announced that Sakamoto and well, I guess I'll let you watch that, Gabby, because that's information next. But they announced the villain's main his name, and then he hit Sakamoto with something that y'all will have to see. But he basically sliced Sakamoto's stomach open, and they didn't show what he did it with. And he's obviously really strong and really quick. So that one, I'm trying to think. That one might be number 2.
I said, did you need an assist? Because I could throw a name out there that you haven't mentioned yet.
What?
Yaiba.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
That one would be my number 3. What is it? Number 2.
Okay.
And then
Sakamoto's number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Kaiju number 8 will be my honorable mention. And then that was an excellent episode. I'm really happy with what's going on. I think it's probably tied for my 3rd. It was sad to see what happened to Kikaru's dad. Is he actually dead? We'll have to find out next week. He looks like he got absorbed. And then my boy went from Cell Junior to Cell Form 1 to Cell Form 2 real quick.
He had transformation.
For real. One thing that's interesting to note is that his fortitude originally was 8.5, which was about as high as the strongest kaiju they'd ever fought. Then they saw Kafka. When they first saw Kafka transform, they were like, wait a minute, what was that? And then she's like, what? Or Hoshino was like, what? She said, I just read a fortitude of 9.8. And he's like, no, it must be broken. That'd be the craziest Daikaiju we've ever seen. So that's Kafka. So clearly he got a massive upgrade. So we're going to have to see what his fortitude is now. Is it higher than Kafka's? Kafka's 9.8, which is stronger than anything they've seen, even number 9. So, but clearly number 9 upgrades really quickly. So that was my honorable mention. I really loved it. I don't think probably tied for 3. And then number 1 would definitely have to be Yaiba. Gabby, you for real need to watch this series. This series is so good. It's also like a modern day period anime. The Wit Studio is doing damn near Vinland Saga level movement. Like the movement is so good. The characters are so fun. The MC is so easy to like. Like I said, he's one of my new all-time fave MCs. And I just put my buddy Aaron onto this show today, and he's loving it. Everybody out there should watch that. I wish it was on Crunchyroll or Netflix.
This episode was really good of Yaiba. I definitely agree. Like they've had this is probably the 3rd episode of theirs that they had where they had that level of animation and action in it that you're talking about. No, like for me, it's the 3rd. For me, it's the 3rd overall.
They had the episode number 7 where he fought Onimaru. Yes. Then they had episode 11, which was basically Sung Jin Woo versus Biru level fight. And then they had a fight after that. And then they had a fight with the CG that we just saw that was some of the best CG I've seen in anime over the last 2 episodes. And then they had this fight. They've literally had 5 episodes that I could throw in for some of the best episodes of the year.
For me, 3.
Out of 20, out of 18.
For me, it was 3. But still, a great, amazing episode.
That, easily, easily. Every single one of those episodes that I just said, as soon as they went up, they were going viral on Twitter. Like Wit Studio is just, they have movement and camera panning down like nobody else. The CG on the Buddha fight was crazy. Just the movements of everything. The fact that they don't have to use CG on every single movement. Everything is hand drawn and looks beautiful. It's top notch. They definitely have probably the most consistent 24 episodes by the time this is done of action this season or
Nice.
this year. Definitely.
Mm.
I wonder how far it's gonna go because, like I said, I don't think it'll be there because it's a remake, but this is definitely up there with anime of the year. They
Okay,
have way too many good episodes. That's
they
all.
really do. Overall, they do, for sure. All right, let me get into mine. First, I want to mention some of the stuff I started checking out that I haven't been watching yet.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
One of
Mhm.
those I've been watching is Hotel Inhumans. I watched the first 2 episodes of that, and it's pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's the Continental from John Wick, just in anime form. So every episode seems to be about a different assassin or some killer coming there who needs help with tracking somebody down, or they're hurt or something, need to get bandages up, and the hotel will take care of them, the concierge will take care of them. So
Mm.
Yes.
it's I'm enjoying it because I like that kind of world stuff, but it's pretty much exactly what I expected. So I wasn't like jumping up and down or oh, this is cool. Like it's pretty much pound for pound what I expected out of the show. But it's right on my alley, so I'm gonna stick with it. I also took a watch to what's the name of this one? Make sure I got this right. Ugly Mug, Epic Fighter. Watched the first 3 episodes of that. That show was a lot of fun. Like this ugly dude is a beast. his stat level is through the roof. It is ridiculous. And watching him just trying to not how he set up himself to be that strong. Like no women can touch me because we saw what happens when one woman just grazed his pinky finger. He said the pain felt like 300 Earths blowing up. Like damn. If he touches money, it just disappears.
That's what it's
So
got to be because his health is at like 10 trillion. So in
Yeah.
order to actually hurt him, you've got to do some like universal feat.
Yeah. He can't touch money or else it disappears. So he has to manipulate the people
He
around
has
him.
1 out of 10 earnings.
Yeah.
So if he gets $100, he gets 10 earnings. He gets $10 in his pocket.
So he manipulates the people around him to kind of figure out how to use his works and his job back when he was in the other world. His extra job before he got fired, like using those salaryman tactics to, well, I'm gonna give you this, you pay that, but you hold on to the money. I trust you, yada yada, manipulate everything. Like it's fun. Like it's just a lot of fun watching it. Like seeing how he gets them out of situations and they don't realize what he's doing in the background. Like when the girl with the purple hair can't shoot arrows and she's just wasting all of them. He figures a way to
So he
make
just
some.
start launching them. She said,
Yeah.
"Don't worry, I'm rich."
He's like, no, I'm making these for you when you're not looking.
And she looked over at him. She said, "Oh, you don't have any money, do you? You should tell me I'm rich." I was like, "Oh, damn."
It's funny.
But then you didn't realize that she was isekai too, so she really wasn't flexing. She was just like, "I made myself rich."
Yeah. And getting to learn more about his party, not his party members, because he keeps trying to ditch him. But for one reason or the other, he's got to stick around and help him out. The leader, he seems so. The whole flex when he was trying to get his power. I'm only on like episode 3, but he was trying to use his power to fight his way from the bandits that try to put them to sleep and rob him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did this whole little thing where he built up all this power in his hand and he just like talked to him, trying to scare him out of it or something. Like, dude, you are fluke. He turned into a bird man, and it's just fun. It's just weird, but it's a lot of fun right now. And I'm actually enjoying it. I'm gonna stick around with this one. Something good just
Yeah,
put
I
on in
went
the
an
background.
Apocalypse Bringer on my 2 slops this season. I didn't watch either episode this week, but that one an Apocalypse Bringer.
I was trying to get to Apocalypse Bringer. I wasn't able to get to that. I did get to, what was the third one that I got to that I just watched the first episode of? Outcast Restaurant. I got to that one. I like that one a lot. I like the main
There's
character.
really strange news about, I believe, the author of that series.
Oh, great. Okay. So I'm gonna have to drop it at some point.
Nah, I mean, I don't know, but I believe the author of that series, correct me if I'm wrong, just admitted to having relations with like a 13-year-old. He's 34.
Then if that's true, then I'm no longer watching this. That's really what it is.
Oh dear.
Look
Oh
that
dear.
up on your own time, but I believe that is the case.
Okay, but
I
did
remember
enjoy the first
seeing
episode.
that, and I was like, "Uh-oh, Gabby." That's the first thing I thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my research, decide if I'm gonna keep going forward on this one. But the first episode I did enjoy it, and I was planning on sticking with it, but now I gotta do my research to see if I am gonna stick with it. But solid first episode, at least in my place. All right, so honorable mentions for me is Togenaki, because yes, we did see those 2 episodes together at the con, and those 2 episodes paired great together. And yes, it is definitely stepping up. I think it's only going to be. I think Togenaki is only getting better. I think they've hit that stride in the season. Like we've had enough episodes where now they can start pushing it forward and giving us even more. And they did that with these 2 episodes. New characters we were introduced to, new abilities. That's making things tough. Some heavy stuff to watch these 2 episodes, but we were there for it. The convention, we were definitely there for it. And my other honorable mention is Yaiba. Like I said, great episode. Really good episode.
He sorry to cut you off, but he did. It was maybe a guild receptionist, also a little indie boss clock out time. And okay, so it wasn't the Outcast Kitchen, so we're safe.
Okay. I keep on going with this one. Yes,
it was,
so that was
maybe a guild receptionist.
Oh, so
he's an illustrator too. He's not the writer, so safe either way.
Good. Okay, so that was back on the list. Now it's back on the list. Outcast cooking. Okay.
Literally cooking.
But literally, let's see. My top 3. My number 3 this week is. I know what number 1 is. That was 2. 3 was. No, I'm wrong. 3 is Kaiba. My other honorable. Yeah, Yaiba. Sorry, Yaiba is my number 3. My other honorable mention was
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I know. Gachi Akuda was my other honorable mention. I really enjoyed the episode. Yes, but Yaiba is my number 3. My number 2 is Kaiju number 8. And number 1, Sakamoto Days. Gabby, just like I need to go watch To Be Hero X, you need to watch Sakamoto Days because I'm not gonna lie, give Noah his props. He's been saying it for weeks now. We ain't seen nothing yet, and the order is of a different breed. Like they just are, and they show it off this episode. They don't hold nothing back, and it is just epic moment, epic scene after epic moment after epic scene. Nobody here is holding any punches. Sakamoto hold no punches. The order's not holding anything back. They are going.
Now there wasn't no order fighters this week. It was Slur and his gang. Oh yeah, it was Takamura.
Yeah, the old man.
He was the only one.
Who was flexing the whole episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I want to see the old man fight. That man's crazy. He's like, look, there's a fly.
Look,
you saw that Gaku kicked his decapitated arm at Takamura and broke his sword. Yeah. I told you after they get on some Naruto stuff with their choreography.
This is a epic episode. Like
when he opened the door.
Oh yeah,
he stuck his sword through the door
like butter.
Opened the door like butter. Oh my goodness!
No, it's one of those sit on the edge of your seat episodes. Yeah, once they start, they all gas, no brakes
for the entire episode. Shot him and he cut his trigger finger off.
This episode was so freaking good. Yeah,
all of that is in the manga too. They show all that stuff in the manga.
Yeah, just seeing what they did with this episode has me. Not that they weren't doing it before, but just this specific episode, just what they did in this one has me through the roof, looking forward to what's going down next, and I'm looking forward to the
visual.
I'm looking forward to the plane that you told us about. I'm really looking forward to that scene.
Oh,
or that part of the arc. I'm looking forward to the plane arc. So
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's no other fight in anime where they've done it like this on a plane or any. There's no other fight in anime where they've done it. It's not like it's like Gaara versus Rock Lee, but it's just really cool.
Yeah, the concept of it, I'm looking forward to.
There's no other fight I've seen like this in anime, and that's like a whole arc of the JCC where they're trying to join the JCC because they already said this. Now he's got to, fight the JCC. So him and Shin are trying to join it, and they got to go through the preliminaries, which means there's a lot of top tier assassins.
And then the intro, I see the plane and everything. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get it this season. Yeah.
So that key visual shows you there's a whole bunch of characters we haven't seen. They're about to join the JCC, which means it's gonna be young assassins because there's gonna be all new recruits. So it's gonna be some young people joining. It's a lot of characters to love that are coming.
I'm so hyped for the next episode. So hyped. Yes, Gabby, you need to watch
it.
Yes, you need to watch it ASAP. Yes, ASAP.
Yeah. The new episode came out today. We real live could watch it if anything.
That is so tempting. And who knows? We'll see. So I got to cook once we hang it up. But yeah, Sakamoto Days is my number 1. Number 2 was Kaiju for all the reasons we talked about, just how emotional and how just great to run they're on. And 3 was definitely Yaiba. So those are my top 3 for the week. So once again, great week for everybody. And I'm pretty sure as the way it's been, it'll be no different next week. We'll have moved things around again with the way things are going. But let's move on to open up the docket to discuss whatever we need to talk about. I know me and Noah need to talk about Otakon since we were there throughout the weekend, making purchases and going to panels and a bunch of other stuff. How was your experience this weekend, Noah?
Oh, it was a lot of fun. Always fun seeing the Loading Snacks crew. Always fun seeing any of the homies at the con, and just I can't lie, some of the funnest stuff ever to me is like seeing like the world premiere with the crew, like seeing a really we got to see I forget how to pronounce his first name, but Hiroshi, he's the voice actor of Trafalgar Law in Japanese. He's voice actor of Levi Ackerman, Takeda from Haikyuu. He's actor from voice actor for many Go-To roles. Actually, probably like top 7 like largest ongoing list of popular actors. So it was really cool to see him. I forget how to pronounce the other guy's name, and I don't want to butcher it, but he was also there, and he does a lot of awesome roles too. So it was cool to see them talk about Togen Anki because I really fall in love with that series. It was cool to be there, me in London, to see like the different stuff together. It's always fun to have like anime friends around when you're at the panel because you can get hyped off each other, and that stuff is. I'm not gonna lie, that's some of the funnest stuff ever. To
So
me.
that was so cool. We got to sit, like I said, we watched episode. We woke up, watched episode 5 before we got there. Then when we got there, it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna show episode 5 and episode 6. Like, okay, we get to watch it again and get 6 at the same time. And then after that, to have, like I said, the 2 voice actors come out and sit and have a conversation with us and everything. That was just a really cool experience.
Yeah,
very cool.
And they did what I said that they should do. What I was talking about, they should do in anime, which is chop up a file and just play a series. Some people didn't even know that the next episode started, and that's what I'm saying they should do. Websites
they flowed into each other
drop
perfectly.
Full files. Like, show me the intro at the beginning. I know it might cut. The only reason why I think this wouldn't happen like legally is because they make a lot of money, I'm assuming, from the intros. So, and like the artists that they put on there make a lot of money, and they probably do deals for that. So, but I'm just like, bruh, if I could see Made in Abyss, 13 episodes, I get the intro for the first 2, because the first 2 episodes kind of like the prologue to the story. Then they go in the abyss, and every episode goes continually until the final one. Then you get an intro and outro on the final one, just to know where you're at. I'd binge probably 10 episodes a week. I mean, 10 anime a week. No time. Half the reason I stop is because the episode ends and I get on my phone and it's over.
We also went to another panel too. We went to the Losing Too Many Heroines panel.
We saw the author of Losing Too Many Heroines.
Yeah, it was like the entire Animeplex side from the anime, and the entire manga light novel like writing side. Like you said, the author and everybody was there, and they had them all on stage to talk. Some of the translations had some issues with, but overall,
the translation this week was the worst translation. I always go to the Japanese panels exclusively usually, and the translation's usually good. There's not much issue. When I saw Maria Issei there, Killua's voice actor, and Reg, I was able to talk to her, and it was no problem back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But these ones are like, the translators didn't say everything they were saying. It felt like they couldn't memorize the whole sentence that they were saying. It felt like they got some brand new translators. So I was a little disappointed because I couldn't really get a lot of what they were saying, and then someone who is connected to us, but in a separate event, not connected, also said they had problems with the translator. I was like, bro, I said that to you while we were sitting down. I was like, I can't speak Japanese, but I know this dude sucks at his job. Like, no offense. But he was just, they would say a whole sentence and he'd be like, he said he really enjoyed himself a lot. Yeah. And I'm like, no, he didn't. He said a lot. I believe. I can pick out a few
I heard
things.
47 words there.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean that. He said a lot. And so, I don't know, but they definitely blew me with the translation. I always love, that's like some golden info you get when you see voice actors and stuff, because they tell you stuff that you'll never hear anywhere else.
Yeah. I did pick up a couple things. I didn't spend too much money. So, show y'all this. I picked up One Piece Monopoly.
Cool.
Yes.
Dressrosa One Piece Monopoly.
Yeah, based around the Dressrosa arc. So I now have a One Piece Monopoly added to it, and all the pieces, all the straw hats, if you can kind of see that. Yeah, they're all straw hats. So that's pretty cool.
That's cute.
Whether I open it or not one day, who knows? We'll find out. but I have it in my collection. And I end up picking up this jacket when I was there. Move out the way, microphone, so I can pull it up. Here it is. This is what the front looks like, and the back. Sorry. Boom, can you see the logo?
Cool.
Yes. And it's completely reversible.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden
Nice.
Dragon. Gabby, who you over there texting got all your attention for?
I know, right? Yeah.
He is locked into that phone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there was a new chapter of a fan fiction.
Oh,
What?
really?
No, what?
Really?
God forbid we take an hour
That
of
is
your precious time.
disrespectful. Damn.
It's freaking manga. That is
It is,
dope, though.
Yeah.
Actually,
reversible.
it was funny because he showed me this, and I seen a couple other people, con-goer friends, who also had it.
I saw a bunch of people with different colors, all the other color ones, and with the.
No, I mean,
one.
like I showed you on my
okay, yeah.
yeah, and I was like, they must have seen. It must have been the same people, because the con salespeople are like, it's a small world. Like I said, I saw half of Otakon's vendor hall in Hawaii, so
Yeah.
they all travel to the big cons.
Yeah,
that was some great pickups.
Yeah. After that, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to go too crazy. I saw one figure I was thinking about getting, but I said, nah, I'm gonna hold off on it. I did enough for this weekend. So
What was the figure?
the mermaid.
Okay.
It was one of her. I can't remember what her name. It's been so long since we've seen her. But the big the fish with with the weapon.
Hiroshi or
Hiroshi?
something with the SH and a R and a OU. Yeah.
Yeah, her. Yeah, it was one of her. I was like,
some combination of those letters.
Yeah, I was gonna pick her up. I was like, I'll hold off right now. We got too many cons coming up. Let me hold on to some money.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, still gotta buy this monitor. So yeah,
Shirahoshi. Yeah, I knew I was close.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, but picked up those. Like I said, talk with a lot of people out there. We got a lot of reels coming out, like I said, of underrated animes and top anime 2025 so far. I did sit down.
Super fun.
It was Shuichiro Umeda. I had a chance to sit down with and talk with at a press conference. So I'm in the process of putting that video together because we couldn't do video, we were going to do audio. So we had to turn the mic around and just catch. And
you want to tell us who this is?
He's the main. Who's the main character of? You know him. He's. Oh, here's the stuff right. He is Kazuhiko from Losing Too Many Heroines.
Okay.
He's Koichi from My Hero Academia Vigilantes.
Okay.
He's Hikaru in the summer Hikaru died.
Okay.
Yeah, those are probably the big ones y'all know him from. So yeah, so got to sit down, ask him a couple questions. So working on the editing process of getting that out to everybody to see, and I got to email it to them and stuff like that. So in the process of putting that together.
Voice actor?
Yes. He was cool.
Going with the Japanese ones?
Yes. Well, the ones got accepted to. Yeah. So.
Right.
So got to knock that out. So look forward to that coming out soon. Like I said, tired and exhausted from the weekend, but overall, good weekend, fun weekend. I enjoyed it.
You see how much Chainsaw Man still runs the cosplay game?
No.
Yeah, how many chainsaw cosplays you see?
I saw pieces and pockets of them, but I saw probably 15 Yarus and Asas. I saw actually some of the better cosplays I saw were I have one right here. Were Chainsaw Man. I saw Katana Devil. I saw like 10 Dingis. That's crazy. I saw so much Chainsaw I saw a
Man
handful.
cosplay.
I saw the most time I saw was Powers.
Let me see. Oh yeah, I saw a bunch of Powers. A lot of those powers you were seeing was 02s too, because they look the same.
No, they were Powers because they were in the certain time. Yada yada.
Okay.
The red joints. No, it was Power. There was a fair amount of 02s there too as well. I saw.
This was one of the really dope.
Oh, nice with the spine sword.
I was like, yo, let me get a pic. She made the sword herself. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Even though I was saying the name wrong the whole time, but Mao Mao was the most that I saw out there for all 3 days.
We love a Mao Mao.
Everywhere.
I saw a good amount of Mao Mao, but definitely not the most. I think it was the most. Because I feel like some of them you see so much that you just put it out your head. You know what I'm saying? When I was thinking about it, because I was like when I think about it, if you line up all the people, there's probably more Akatsuki robes than anything. Like
Well,
Like,
yeah.
when you think about it, there's literally probably more Akatsuki robes than anything, but I don't remember seeing. But every now and then, I'd be in a group and turn around, oh, there's an Akatsuki robe. But like,
Oh,
when I
'cause
think
I
about,
wasn't
it, I don't
looking for them.
remember seeing. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's so many people. I feel like
tune them
whatever.
out
Once you
because you're
get
so
one in
used
your
to it.
head, yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
and
I've
plus
seen
that's just
Mao
them.
Mao,
That's
I've
just
seen
them wearing the
Frieren.
robe. Like this is them
Yeah,
wearing the
yeah,
robe. I'm looking for like the people actually dressed up full as those characters, like not just wearing the robe. You know what I mean?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I saw them too, but I'm like, that's why I'm like, it's hard to say what the most was, but the most that I saw, I definitely saw a good amount of Mao Mao's compared to last year.
Yeah.
Season 2
Yeah,
begins.
because season 2,
But I
yeah.
think One Piece was probably the most.
Well, they had their meetups
I
and
saw
stuff like
this
that,
year.
you know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
One
count the
Piece was
K-pop
probably the
demon
most
hunters
I saw.
though.
How
yeah,
many
I did
K-pop
count-
demon
how many
hunters
did you
were
see?
there?
38. That was all over. I counted 38.
Damn.
Now I made sure they were different people. Yeah, it was all 3 of them, or it was a couple of Sajai boys. I seen a few cats. So I was like, okay, for them out there. In the Artist Alley though, there was plenty of artwork in Artist Alley.
Oh, I would not be surprised. They
Yeah.
are peak art.
Yeah, they made sure they were covering their bases over there. Yeah,
Oh,
so
for sure.
Oh,
People
I
don't use
saw
it.
a lot of Sung Jin Woo's too. A whole lot of Sung Jin Woo's. I was really surprised I didn't see a full bodysuit Igris. I was really thinking
That
that I
would've
was
been
going to
so
see one of
cool.
those because
I'm
they
sure
have
there's one
like
out there. Yeah.
yeah, probably it could have been one there that I missed. But they had they always have like the big alien or like the Halo suits, and those are pretty easy to come by. It's probably harder to come by the Igris full suit. I even ran into my boy, and I was like, "Oh, Rappy, Sung Jin Woo!" I didn't even know he was going to be there. But I honestly couldn't say. I'd have to look through my pictures to see which one of the cosplays that I saw the most.
Did you buy anything fun, Noah? What did you grab?
No. I thought I got something.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
No, I got something. It might be in my bag.
I know I picked up some chocolate from the little fudge place. And I've been
I
crushing
didn't
that
get any
stuff.
fudge. That was the one thing I was gonna get because I wasn't
Yeah.
planning on spending money. So yeah. But no, I didn't. This year I was just chilling. I wasn't planning on it actually fell on. It's funny, I was telling Lo they always do Otakon at the beginning of the month. And I'm like, come on, man, we just paid bills. Like, do that show on the 15th. Let me get a paycheck. They always do it right after you pay all. Usually it's on like the 4th. That's why I was happy it was the 8th. And I pre-planned, but then the water bill, 3-monthly water bill came up this month. And
It is what it is. Yeah, it happens.
Sometimes. But to be honest, I didn't really have much that I want or need from there. I wanted some fudge, but I forgot to get it before I left. That was about it. Their fudge
I'm
is
sure there will be more fudge.
Oh, there definitely will. At what's the next con? Katsucon?
Nah, it's not Katsu. I gotta look at our list that you can find at loadedsnacks.com. Now that's up and available for everybody to go see. Yes. Is there anything else that we need to touch on before we get out of here? After Otakon, I have no Chainsaw Man update whatsoever. I'm jumping on it this week. Didn't have time trying to rip and run around and do the Load Snacks thing and read. So
He act like them 3 days was the whole week, but we'll get you next week.
No, yeah, I'll be back with it next week.
No, we'll have one day event during the week and be like, I had wrestling this night. I couldn't do nothing the whole week.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna watch wrestling tonight, but I haven't watched wrestling at all the past week.
No, I'm just using that as an example. All right. We'll get you next week.
And there's nothing happening this weekend. There is no wrestling. There is no convention. It is dead this weekend.
Okay.
Next weekend is
so that means it's an anime and manga weekend.
Because remember last week he's like, I'm gonna try and catch up. I was like, don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't say that now.
Don't say that. Here we are. Next week we'll get to where you get, and that's fine.
Yeah. Updates will be had.
Progressing really well.
Updates will be had next week for sure. Completion is another thing, but update.
Nah,
sure.
It's fine. You don't have to complete.
I think we're gonna have a full episode next week, so everyone's gonna get caught up on a lot of things. I plan on starting a bunch of things because I don't have anything this weekend either. So I'm ready to hunker down.
I catch up on Lord of Mysteries, Superhero X. I finished catching up on rewatching Seventh Prince, and I think that's it. Lord of Mysteries, Superhero X. That's it. And I'm back with
Let's have the new stuff. I want to be done with season 1 of Seventh Prince and Cuckoo so I can start the second seasons that's currently airing.
Yes. I wait, where are you up to in Cuckoos?
I'll tell you right here. I'm up to Cuckoos.
Did Sachi move in yet? His sister?
Yeah, she's moved in.
Okay.
I'm going to episode 16.
Okay. It's always better when, like, in an anime, like the main cast gets like a house or a ship or something like that. That's like in Konosuba when they got the mansion, it elevated the series so much. Not that it was you know what I mean.
Yeah, like I said, she was trying to she had to retake the exam, and she didn't pass. She had to move back out. So that's right.
Sorry, say that again.
When his fiance was failing, she failed the test, and she had to get him to help her study to retake it, or she was going to kick out the house in Cuckoos.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think I'm just finishing up with like that arc or whatever going on. Yeah. So.
Or she was going to get kicked out, or him?
No, she was.
Yeah.
Her dad told her she had to.
Right.
Yeah, her dad said she had to pass the test or else she had to leave because apparently.
You know how mad I would be if my parents owned a little ramen shop and I had to study hard and my real parents was rich as hell but didn't know me. That's crazy.
It leads to some drama. It definitely leads to some drama.
Imagine swapped at birth and you were swapped from rich parents. I'd be so mad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching more of that for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like I need to go get off of this and go watch To Be Hero X.
Cuckoos, that's it. Other than that, that's all the stuff you have to catch up on. Gabby, you still watching Slime, right?
Oh,
have you are you caught up and watched the movie of Konosuba, but you didn't do season 2 yet?
No, I'm starting season 2 this weekend.
Okay.
And this week
that's
I'm finishing.
Now, so I understand.
Yeah, I'm finishing Blue Box this week too.
Oh yes, yes. Need to hear what your thoughts are about the end of that.
Yes.
Oh, next week's gonna be fun.
This is gonna be a lot of starting new things, finishing short seasons, like.
And if you feel the energy, Cuckoos is always there too.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's on the list. That's on the list.
Low can vouch.
It's got me hooked. It definitely has me hooked right now. Yeah. Like it has me hooked more than like. I don't want to say more than Seventh Prince because it's not necessarily more, but like I didn't expect the story to have me pulled in as much as it has. You know what I mean?
That's what the rom-coms are for. Like you're always interested in the next episode because you got to know what this little drama's going to
be. Yeah.
Love little drama.
Matter of fact, I got an anime I want to recommend to you, Noah, that as I was looking for the underrated ones we were talking about, I saw it on my thing and I watched it forever ago when I heard it was supposed to be good. And it's a period piece. It's about storytelling. And I know those are things that kind of like up your alley, like stage plays and stuff like that I think you would enjoy. So I want to give it to you as just a recommendation to see if you like it. It is called, Descending Stories, Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju.
I'll look up Descending Stories.
Yeah, like I said, it's a period piece. It's really good. It's about a man. A man is released from prison and becomes the apprentice of a famous Rakugo performer named Yakumo. The story focuses on the backstories of the performers and their struggles to gain popularity, following Yakumo's apprenticeship and rise to fame, and his friendship with the fellow upcoming performer Sekiroku.
Okay. Is this a period? Oh, it's more like traditional because he's on a train.
Yeah, it takes place like now, but it flashbacks to everything that happened before, and it's mostly like in the past when dude was coming up trying to be an apprenticeship and learning how to do the storytelling on stage and all that kind of stuff. And he's now like the number one dude, but in nowadays time, this guy that just out of jail wants to do that type of stuff and wants to learn from him. Like, you're the best out of it. So he's trying to convince him, like, please, I've always wanted to do this when I was in jail. This is all I watched and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's really good. I think it's right up your alley. So I just saw it. I was like, before I forget about this crazy title, like, let me say something to him because I think he would like
I'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the list for sure.
Can you share with us what you're reading, Gabby? Because you are so locked in. Can you please share? Can you just share with the audience?
No.
I was one of those.
No. No, this is fine.
Oh, that's yours? Can we end this? Can we end this? And can we get to know what you're watching that has you so enthralled?
Yes.
Fair enough. And with that said, we're gonna close this out. So Noah, take us out of here so we can figure out what Gabby's reading.
Right. Until next week, y'all. Thanks to all the Patreons. Bye.
Bye.
Loading snacks.